Let me catch you guys up on what's been going on because I was doing so good recording every day. I was ahead a couple days, and then I had the great idea to get a new phone because my old one had water damage and I really needed a new one, but I didn't make sure to save all the videos that I had just recorded. I ended up losing all my videos, and that is why you guys have not gotten videos, but I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on. So the last two days have been a little hectic. I have like moments of what's been going on. Friday was really hectic. So right now it is, I have a mirror behind you guys. Right now it is Saturday and we are going to go, it is not Saturday. Right now it's Sunday. We're gonna go shopping once I'm done with my makeup. Everybody else is ready. They're just watching a movie, but I want to put on a little makeup to feel presentable and tell you guys. So let me catch you guys up a little bit on the last couple days that you guys missed since I don't have enough footage to make a video. On Wednesday, I ended up taking Sebastian to the doctor. He did good in the appointment, and I was able to talk to the doctor about what has been going on with him, with his bump and his cough and fever. I spoke to the doctor. She checked his lungs, or how they sound. She checked his ears. She checked his throat. Everything looked good. She just told me the warnings to look out for, like if he's coughing nonstop, if he can't breathe, things like that, which he's doing okay. He's breathing fine. It's just, I still hear that like congested, really wet cough. And he does seem to be running hot. So I don't know if he still continues to run hot. I think I'm just going to take him again next week because I don't like to, I don't know. I'm a chicken. But, with the head, I told her about that too. She said, if he didn't lose consciousness, didn't throw up, hasn't been acting weird, which he hasn't. Sometimes that just takes about a week to clear up. So she said that's looking good too. So she gave me the green light that he's doing okay. And I could always come back if there's any other questions. So he is doing okay. I feel like this is going down. It's just that sometimes she said some kids, they will even have it for even longer than a week. It just like, it's like a buildup of to protect the skull, which I don't know, but his looks like it's going down. Hopefully it goes down all the way. On Friday, I had my very important appointment. If you guys remember, I have an appointment for funding for Christian. So funding in the sense of extra support for him, for everything else that he needs extra funding for. So like swimming lessons, horseback riding, any therapies that are not covered, all of that. And I was supposed to go because I got approved and I was going to get more information from his caseworker. I had to take Christian with me and he did really good. But it was so funny because he sat and he did so good for like 20 minutes. And then he got up, he was like, I'm done. And he didn't do anything bad, but he was just roaming and he found like the little strings that connect to the blinds and he was just stimming with it. And I was trying to pay attention to the person that was talking to me, but as she was talking, Christian was doing all these things and I was like, Christian, stop. He was also looking out the window, but then he would look out the window and then he'd get really close and then he'd go like put his mouth on the window and I was like, nobody stop. Nobody stop. It was so funny, but he did overall really good. I brought his fanny pack full of his fidgets and that really helped him. But yeah, for the appointment, I'm really happy that everything worked out. It was about an hour worth of information and pretty much they told us that we can use the funding for the sports that he was doing in the past. He could do swimming lessons or he can do horseback riding. He could do all of those. And for that, he gets $600 a month. I don't get the money, but they provide it, like they'll pay it for whatever we choose. It's like a list that they have approved. And also, they said that we get $120 for respite. In reality, that's not a lot of money, but it does help me because right now I was paying for my sister to watch them every so often, and now I can like comfortably be like twice a month if she can watch them, and respite will pay for that. So I'm very happy about that. Any money is a blessing, so I'm very happy. They also said they can provide stuff like if he needs clothes or any kind of like food need. Right now we're fine with that, but it's good to know that that can be provided because that boy grows out of clothes so fast. I don't know why I never applied for it. I feel like I thought that if I got that, I wouldn't qualify for the other thing that I get with Christian right now for, it's called ATAP, and that funding helps cover all of the expenses like co-pays for ABA. So I think I was just worried, but I don't know why I didn't just look into it. So for that, we are on a wait list to get that approved. She said it usually takes no more than like 2 months. So I'm excited for the next year to sign him up for extra things. I think the first thing I'm going to do is swimming lessons because it's really important for him to learn how to swim. He loves water and it's very important. But I wanted to talk to you guys kind of about the questions that they ask you. So we all go through those moments where we are asked a bunch of the same questions, and it makes us feel some type of way, but at least I am past it, but it still makes me think about it, because I was talking to my sister and my husband afterwards, and I was telling them how I felt kind of bad, because they'll ask you like, can he bathe himself, and it's like, no. What's one thing he accomplished today? And I was like, oh, that's easy for me. Like he's more independent with changing. So even though he's not independent, he's more independent. He could do more of it than he did a year ago. So I was like, yay, I answered that one good, you know. And then they asked me what's one thing he's good at, and I was like, fuck. And I was like, dang, I don't know what to say, because I'm like, he's good at eating. He's good at, and then you go through all this, like, you kind of have like a brain fart, and you're like, what is he good at? What is he good at? Like, you have to say something, and like, you feel bad because it doesn't just come naturally. In a way, the negative comes easily, like, oh, like, what's bad? One bad thing, he takes people's food, he bites himself. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that. Like, I want to have something that he's good at. And then thinking about it later on, I was like, well, he's good at self-regulating, you know. And I don't even remember what I said, but I was talking about how he's good at calming himself, and how he's good at taking no, like tolerating being told no. Like he doesn't go into a whole like property destruction and like meltdown. Like he gets mad at times, but he walks away, and that's like a calming technique, you know. So there's things that I'm like, now that I think about it, I should have said this, but in that moment I wasn't thinking. So I don't want to be too hard on myself, but there are times like that where I feel like, dang, I need to be more positive about things, you know, because then I got stuck on like, okay, they ask like, can he eat with utensils? And I'm like, yes, a spoon, but not a fork. Can he, is he potty trained? I was like, that's a plus, that's yes. Does he have any like hobbies that he does? And I'm like, no, but he likes to like look at visuals and read books. It's just that whole thing where you try to have a positive with a negative, and I don't want to be like the person that is just negative, pretty much. I'm excited. Sometimes there's certain things that even though they bring you down, it starts making you feel more like, I need to do more. I'm gonna do more. It kind of gives you a little bit of a push. So even though it makes you feel bad for a little bit, you start feeling like, I'm gonna try even harder. Like, for example, right now Hugo is telling me that Christian brought his device, and he was like tapping him, and then Hugo was like, okay, what's up? And he was trying to get his attention, so Hugo told him, you have to tell me on the device. He grabbed his device and he said, I want massager. And then Hugo found the little massager that his RBT brought, and he really did want it. Like he went to the room and started just chilling with the massager. So that is great. That is a leisure activity, and that's something that he likes, and he communicated. So very good, positive. So during the appointment, I brought Christian with me. It was an hour, but my sister helped me with Sebastian because it's very hard to concentrate with both kiddos. And when she took him, I gave her my key. Completely forgot that I had given her my key. That's why I said Friday was hectic. There was a lot going on. I rushed to her house, chilled for a little bit, went to put gas. I was already late for ABA therapy. I was like, dang, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be late. You guys, I'm gonna keep venting about the freaking traffic here in Vegas. Ridiculous. Something that would take me 15 minutes before is now taking me like 45 to an hour. What the freak? And I'm not good with time, so don't do this to me, because in my world, I'm like, oh, I got time, and then nope. So they need to stop. I'll be rushing home to make it to his last evening session, and then I have a holiday party that I need to go to with Hugo, so it's gonna be fun. But I feel like I have so many little things that I have to do before that, so wish me luck. So then I'm already late. I get home, I'm like, dang, come, like, let's go inside. I forgot to get my key from my sister, had the RBT there waiting. It was cold. I was like, dang. So what a fail. I was 15 minutes late. I get here, I don't even have the key to the house. They're in the backyard. What on earth? Phone died. So I forgot to get the key from my sister, had the RBT waiting for a while. I had them go to the backyard, had to make do with like being out there in the cold. Christian was like not having it. He wanted to just go inside, but he wasn't freaking out, so he handled it really well. I had the idea to go take a walk at least, and that cleared like our mind off of waiting and having to use the restroom. And Christian did really good walking because he has his inserts, so he wasn't crying about pain. I asked him if he wanted to keep going. He said no. I had him say all done. We walked back. Thankfully, my sister was like a couple minutes away, and we got the key. So it was such a hot mess, but I'm glad everything is done. We're having a Sunday fun day, so I will bring you guys along for that in the next video. Thank you guys for hanging out and for listening to this update, and I'll see you guys. Bye.